Today marked China National Day, the 71st year China has been ruled under the Chinese Communist Party. In Hong Kong, it's Mid-Autumn Festival and a public holiday. The Civil Human Rights Front is a democracy group that is responsible for some of Hong Kong's largest demonstrations in the past. They had applied for this rally to be approved to the Hong Kong police force, but the authorities rejected it, citing public health concerns because of the COVID-19 pandemic and also recent incidents during these events that often turn violent. The march was arranged to show support for the 12 Hong Konger dissidents who recently fled the city in August. They were captured by mainland Chinese coast guards after trying to flee to Taiwan by boat and taken into custody in the mainland. This time last year, on the 1st of October, we saw widespread demonstrations escalate into skirmishes between protesters and police. Back then, we even saw live firearms used as one young protester was shot in the chest by a police officer. Today, with COVID-19 social distancing laws still in place, legally people in Hong Kong can only gather in groups of 4, limiting the possibilities of larger rallies. Despite the planned demonstration being rejected by the authorities, protesters had planned to come out anyway. Police numbers were reportedly doubled for the event, with a reported 6,000 officers on duty throughout the whole day. A heavy police presence on the ground began from Sogo shopping mall in Causeway Bay, effectively preventing a march from happening, but protesters, activists and residents passing by all voiced their anger from afar. The police raised yellow, blue and purple flags in an attempt to disperse crowds as tensions increased. Despite the Hong Kong police recently announcing they would only recognise certain media when covering events, dozens of media and journalists reported on the day's events. Police cordoned off areas to stifle any momentum from protesters to begin a march. The tensions between the press and the police have worsened in 2020, and today was no different. Residents chanted slogans from afar, whilst police attempted to round up numbers and make arrests. Throughout the whole day, at least 70 residents were arrested, as some were escorted by police bus. So I'm on the ground here in Causeway Bay in Hong Kong, where there'd been large demonstrations planned for this afternoon on China's National Day. Now, the heavy police presence has effectively prevented any march from taking place. As you can see behind me, police have cordoned off areas. Now, residents and protesters have came out and have voiced their concerns from a distance, heckling, shouting, as the police have raised the flags to try and disperse numbers. So far, 46 have been arrested as police are trying to prevent any escalations. Hong Kong is still going through unrest despite social distance laws, despite the global pandemic. The city is still angry, as you can see. However, right now the police have got control of things. This is Tommy Walker reporting for Rappler in Hong Kong.